Okay, so let's dig into this one.
Yeah.
Imagine this. You find one of the world's, like, most valuable paintings,
Mm-hmm.
Willem de Kooning's Woman-Ochre. We're talking, hundreds of millions of dollars.
Huge value. Just astronomical.
And it's not in some fancy vault, right? Or a gallery. It's just tucked behind a bedroom door.
Wild.
In this really unassuming house way out in Cliff, New Mexico, kind of middle of nowhere.
And the house belonged to Jerry and Rita Alter.
Right.
That discovery, that really bizarre discovery, it's the way into the documentary, The Thief Collector.
Okay.
Which is what we're looking at today, based on the material you shared.
Yeah.
It's a story that just grabs you immediately, doesn't it? That contrast.
Absolutely. So our mission here really is to unpack the fascinating layers, sometimes really contradictory layers that the film paints of Jerry and Rita Alter.
But were they?
Exactly. Were they these, incredibly daring master thieves, silent heists, impossible job, or just a quiet sort of middle-class couple, maybe with this incredibly rich, maybe even dark inner life?
Yeah, the film and our source material, it weaves these strands together, these totally different threads.
And we're going to try and follow them, see where they lead.
Okay, so the starting point, the crime itself, it seemed to just vanish.
Right.
Back in '85, Woman-Ochre gets stolen. University of Arizona Museum of Art.
Okay. High-profile painting.
Very, hugely valuable.
Yeah.
And then nothing.
Nothing.
Doesn't surface on the black market. No whispers of it being smuggled out.
Just gone.
It just disappeared. Like it never existed after it left that museum wall.
Vanished. Until what? Decades later?
Yes, exactly. Decades.
Yeah.
And then the story takes this, well, almost movie-like turn.
Like the house clearance?
Yeah, a crew is going through the Alter's place after they'd passed away.
Right.
You mentioned them, sorting through the usual stuff, books, furniture.
Souvenirs, maybe?
Yeah, souvenirs from trips.
Yeah.
And then, behind a bedroom door, they find this painting worth a fortune, just leaning there.
Wow.
It's just an incredible moment. Changes everything you think you know about that house, that couple.
And immediately puts Jerry and Rita under this intense microscope, right?
Totally. Because on the surface, they looked, well, pretty normal.
Like teachers.
Yeah. Middle-aged couple, teachers by profession, living this quiet life out in rural New Mexico.
But there was something.
Well, the thing people did notice was the source calls it a penchant for exotic holidays.
Ah. Lots of travel.
A lot of travel to really far away, adventurous places.
Okay, so that's maybe the first crack in the ordinary facade.
Exactly. And this is where the documentary starts building this much more complex picture.
Through interviews.
Yeah, lots of them. Art historians, the museum people, the guys who found the painting.
Family, too.
Even family members. And what comes out are these really conflicting pictures of the altars.
So different people saw them totally differently.
Starkly different. Some people, they hear about the de Kooning and instantly see them as these possible daring art thieves.
Capable of pulling off this silent, slick job.
Right. But then you get the people who actually knew them, neighbors, some family.
And they say...
They describe simple, middle-class people.
Yeah.
Just ordinary folk.
Uh-huh.
And the film really leans into that contrast, those differing versions.
Yeah.
It lets you sit with that disagreement.
Makes you wonder, doesn't it, how the same people can be seen in such opposite ways.
Yeah, it makes you think about, the layers everyone has, what people don't see.
And the painting, it's not the only weird thing found there, is it? That suggests maybe there's more to the story.
No, not at all. Finding the de Kooning naturally makes you ask,
No.
okay, what else? Were there other crimes?
Right.
Because it's hard not to connect the dots. You look at their lifestyle.
The fancy trips.
Yeah, these lavish, adventure-laden holidays, multiple times a year, apparently.
Okay.
How does that work on, teacher salaries?
Good question. Suggests maybe other income streams.
Could be. Could the trinkets they brought back from trips, could they have been more than just souvenirs?
You mean like other stolen stuff?
It's a question the film raises. Were they collecting stolen items?
And then there's the book. This is where it gets really strange, I think.
Yeah, this takes a definite turn towards the darker side the documentary explores.
Okay.
Among their things, they find this self-published book of short stories, written by Jerry.
Called The Cup and the Lip.
Okay.
And the stories inside are...
not what you'd maybe expect from a retired teacher.
How so?
The source describes them as Get this, seedy stories of affairs and murder, of priceless jewels stolen.
Seriously?
Yeah, of rival tribes disemboweling each other in front of snap-happy tourists.
Whoa, okay, that is quite a contrast to the quiet teacher image.
A jarring contrast, absolutely.
But wait, even these stories get different interpretations.
That's another really fascinating layer the film explores. Total disagreement on what the stories mean.
So who thought what?
Well, people who knew Jerry well. Family, neighbors. They mostly dismissed them. Just fiction.
Like, he just made it all up.
Yeah, they saw him as maybe a failed writer.
Yeah.
A bit of a Walter Mitty character, you know.
Daydreamer type.
Someone living in his imagination, feeling he should have been someone more important or exciting.
So they thought the book was just fantasy. Wish fulfillment?
Pure fantasy, yeah. The output of a frustrated creative mind. Nothing more.
But not everyone saw it that way.
No. And this is where it gets really interesting, thinking about how we read fiction versus reality.
Right.
The art historians, the removal guys who found the painting, they had a different take.
What did they think?
They strongly believe the stories actually elaborate on Jerry's and to a certain extent Rita's more disturbing tastes.
So they thought it wasn't just fiction.
They suggested the stories might reflect real desires or maybe even hint at real actions.
Wow.
That the stories might be veiled accounts or fantasies they really got off on or,
Yeah.
well, potentially something more concrete.
The connection between those dark themes, theft, secrets, and the actual stolen painting, it's hard to just ignore that, isn't it?
Very hard to ignore. It adds this whole psychological dimension.
And the documentary itself, how does it handle all this ambiguity? You mentioned its style.
Yeah, it seems to really embrace the ambiguity. It uses these lovely stylized reenactments.
With actors playing the altars? Glenn Howerton and Sarah Minich.
That's them. And apparently these scenes are quite striking,
How so?
described as gorgeously done, rich in color, but also, significantly, featuring hilariously bad disguises.
Bad disguises, why?
Well, the source says they're over the top and purposefully so.
Ah, okay. So not meant to be realistic.
Exactly. It sounds like the film uses them to give you a glimpse as to how cunning and charming the alters believed they truly were.
I see. So it reflects their self-image, perhaps.
Possibly. While also being kind of amusingly flawed, maybe reflecting the reality, it captures that tone the film apparently has.
Which is?
Swinging effortlessly from quirky and amusing to dark and sinister.
That sounds like a tricky balance.
Yeah, but it seems key to the film's approach.
So does the documentary ultimately take a side? Does it say, yes, they were thieves?
Apparently not. What's really interesting is, despite all these dark threads,
The painting, the travel, the stories.
yeah, despite all that potential for a big true crime reveal, the film, according to the review, does err on the side of playfulness.
Playfulness. Wow.
It seems like, even though it could go for this huge twist, it deliberately pulls back. It leaves us to make up our own minds as to who Jerry and Rita really were.
So no neat answers.
Definitely not. It refuses to tie it all up in a bow for you.
So it sounds like it does a lot of teasing then. Sets things up but doesn't conclude.
That's the impression. It leaves you actively puzzling it all out afterwards.
Hmm.
There are specific questions it just kind of throws out there and lets hang. Questions crawling around in your head.
Like what? Can you give examples?
Sure, like
Yeah.
what is in that septic tank at their remote home?
Whoa. Okay, that's ominous, suggesting other hidden secrets maybe.
Exactly, raising that specter. Or, another one mentioned is, could de Kooning have made a pass at Rita?
Huh. Where does that come from?
It's described as this curious, almost speculative detail. Adds another potential layer of motive or connection, maybe? Who knows?
That's right.
And then the big one, really, was Jerry delusional with his own sense of power and fame?
Ah, back to the stories. Were they just grand fantasies of a Walter Mitty type?
Or did they reflect some hidden, genuine megalomania? A belief in his own secret importance?
And the film doesn't answer these.
No, it forces you, the viewer, to weigh the possibilities.
Okay. So wrapping this up then, what's the main takeaway from this deep dive into the thief collector?
Well, it presents this incredible puzzle, doesn't it?
Yeah.
How could this seemingly normal, quiet couple from rural New Mexico possibly be linked to this massive, audacious art heist?
And what does it all mean? The collision between their mundane life on the surface and these dark, almost fantastical elements that come out later, the hidden painting, Jerry's weird stories.
It really taps into that universal curiosity about hidden lives, I think.
You mean the idea that you never really know someone?
Exactly. that beneath the most ordinary surface there could be anything going on.
Yeah.
This story, it's got the hidden treasure, the dark secrets, the questions that just hang there, unresolved.
It really highlights how much mystery can hide in plain sight, in the most unexpected people and places.
Definitely. And it sort of leaves you wondering, doesn't it? Thinking about the people in your own life.
How so?
Well, it makes you think. What secrets, big or small, might actually lie hidden beneath the surface of the lives you think you know best? What aren't people showing you?